Amanda here with Regional Entertainment News at the Rhythm Room in Phoenix, Arizona. You guys picked the perfect time of year to come to Phoenix just before it gets hot for the Help I'm Alive tour. I feel like there's something behind the name of this tour. You know, me being the mental health guru that I am here, I feel like there's something that needs to be said about the name of this tour, Billy and JD.
Well, it was really because, you know, we wrote the record and recorded it during the lockdown during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And, excuse me, so usually people say, help, I'm drowning, or help, I'm dying, or stuff like that. And during these times, it was like, things were such hell that we were like, help, I'm alive.
Right.
It's like, help,
I don't know how to do this anymore.
I'm living now, you know. So, yeah, that was the idea behind it. So it started with this sort of humorous idea, but then developed into something, you know, a little heavier.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people can relate just to that thought process, not just during the pandemic, but I know I've been there before where I'm going, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be alive, and I don't know how to change that mindset right now. So,
well, you know, there's a line in the old in Showboat, whatever, in the song "Old Man River." It says, "I'm tired of living, but afraid of dying."
Yeah. I've been there. Have you been there, JD? Have you felt that before?
I don't know if I've ever gone the full way, but it's definitely, you know, even if it's not that, it's like you try to cover up those feelings with, you know, alcohol or, you know, some other substance that you just try to knock off the, you know, those feelings. You just try to kill them, you know, with something. So it's I can't say that I've been all the way to that that thing.
Let's take.
Yes. No, I mean, yeah, I can't say that I've thought about ending it per se in a serious manner, at least. But you know, it's definitely been a place where you try to numb any of those bad feelings with alcohol or other substances, and you know, you just try to cover it all up with something, you know, or you do it with, you know, acting like an asshole, you know,
to push people away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You don't, and a lot, you know, you probably don't know what you're doing. At least I didn't.
It's not
you know.
conscious, no.
Yeah, you
it's
just
a
don't.
defense
It's just
mechanism.
like, let's just, you know, let's just, exactly, just try not to feel anything.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I haven't been like that in a while, but, you know, also got some helpers that, you know, take the edges off as well.
And you guys being the overachievers you are, the Help I'm Alive album isn't enough. You also have 2 other albums coming out here soon, 66 and 69 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 66 has been recorded for a long time now. We've actually we recorded 3 albums during the lockdown, and just recorded another one just before we left on tour. So we have a lot of stuff in the can, yeah. And the Christmas album, we made a very sort of darkly humorous Christmas album.
I was about to say, you know where my mind is going right now. The minute you say anything about Christmas, Billy.
Yeah. Well, we made that. JD really wanted to make a Christmas album, and he was right. We were real proud of it, and so that came out, you know, at the end of last year, and touring with Help I'm Alive, and this new record we made is called Boxmasters 69.
Do I want to ask?
The year 19...
Okay.
The year,
with the story behind Help I'm Alive, okay, you know, that's an uplifting story.
Yeah, this is the year 1969, not the position.
Okay.
So anyway, we just finished that before we came on tour, and probably when we go back, I mean, because we have 60 shows in 70 days.
Wow.
It's a really brutal tour. So when we get back after the whole tour, we'll probably go back in the studio and start working on another one, because we can't stop.
Of course.
And we have a place to do it, too. So.
Yeah, we just bought a studio.
Stop. Was there any significance to the year 1969 that made you name the album after that?
It was more a sonic thing than anything else. I mean, most of our lyrics deal with contemporary subjects. Yes, it's mainly sonic. We just are using the instruments and the ways of playing and the different gear that sounded like that. We've done a record called Boxmasters 66, which is not out yet, and that reflects more, the original songs written as if we were in 1966. Now we moved up to 69, which is closer to the early 70s, where music got a little heavier, a little edgier, and so that was mostly it. The lyrics are mostly, about contemporary subjects, but some are not. But when we go in to do a record like that, we just say, look, let's just pretend we're in 1969.
Yeah. I love the juxtaposition because I grew up on 60s music, 70s music, because my parents were a little older, so I grew up on that. And I love the juxtaposition of having this style of music with the more contemporary.
Well, you and I are the same age, so we try to listen to the same.
25 with a few years of experience there. That's what I've been saying now since my last birthday. 25 with some experience. I know that St. Jude is really important to you. That's the charity that's very important and close to your heart. Is there anything that you're doing with them during this tour that you guys are doing?
Not during the tour. We always make donations at Christmas time, and I've done things for them over the years. And I always encourage people to donate to St. Jude's. I mean, I'm sort of not officially a spokesperson, but every time somebody's talking about doing charity events and stuff, I always try to encourage people to contribute to St. Jude's. Yeah.
Do you have a charity of choice, Judy?
I kind of think of my children as my charity because they take all of my money.
Probably not for as good of a cause. But
well, yeah.
Is there anything
honestly,
like mine?
It's surprising, especially in Los Angeles, where just childcare is outrageously expensive. So to work and be able to do the stuff we want to do, we have to pay people to watch the kids. And I know other places are less expensive, but I would love to be able to, help out other organizations and things that, are meaningful to me and my family. And we do what we can. It's just not as substantial, I guess, as what other folks do.
But when you think about it, it takes one person. If you're impacting one person or doing kindness to one person,
I see those commercials. It's 25 cents a day.
Oh gosh, with the starving children and starving dogs.
I came up with a name for my own foundation.
That's exactly. It's the Boxmasters Merch Foundation, and we just need a little bit of. Just every cent helps.
To feed poor starving JD and Billy.
Poor starving.
For pennies a day, you could feed these starving musicians. You're saying merch though.
Now, I'm just saying, that's a surprising, way that we do get to support our recording habit. We use that money, we just turn it back around to put out more records. And, we used to use it to pay for the studio, because we'd have to rent it out. And now we have our own studio, so now we can just use the merch money to buy more merch and put out more records. And we've got ideas like we want to remix Providence, which has never had a physical release, and get that on a CD and vinyl so people can listen to that. Some of the old records, we'd like to make vinyl of, and just keep giving people what they're asking for. They want to hear these records in a bigger collectible form. It's really cool that vinyl's come back in such a big way.
Yes, I love it.
And people really are asking about it. So it's like, okay, well, they're asking for it. That means there is somewhat of a demand. So we'll do what we can to make people happy.
And speaking of merch, you guys have a lot on this tour, right? You're doing the signed merch and all sorts of goodies for this tour.
It's like, we put out 2 records in the last, 4 months, so,
Lots of good stuff, guys. Lots of good stuff.
So, so it's like all of a sudden our vinyl collection out there went from 2 records to 4 instantly, and, We got a new signed promo picture that we took out behind Billy's house. Just the stickers and keychains, things that, and a new tour t-shirt, but has all the dates of where we're going on the back. It's also got the album cover art that our friend Chris Jimenez drew. He was on tour with us last year. He was our wardrobe guy. And
Noches, we call it.
yeah, exactly. Noches. And so, but he drew the cover for this record, and he drew a pencil drawing of me and Billy.
Oh, that's what's on the VIP passes. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, we've been using that, and so we got a bunch of stuff with that picture and the tour poster, and it keeps growing. Like, there keeps being more stuff, but it's people seem to like having lots of stuff to look at, even just if they're just browsing. And so I like having it look like we're out there, really working our merchandising, even if it's we're not smart or good about it, but we like to have this stuff out there, and
we're especially not smart.
Yeah,
I beg to differ.
But we have lots of records or lots of CDs and records and things, and so it's like we're trying. It's like we've got all these things. We might as well bring them along, and if people pick them up, we're very grateful.
With so much going on, is there something specifically you're most excited about on this tour?
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
I
think surviving it.
The heat today.
Being at the end and going, oh, that's what I feel
It's
right
just
now.
we have
It's a
60
lot of
shows
stuff.
in 70 days.
Yeah.
And so
It's a lot.
it's just getting through all of it. Because there's spots where we're playing 11, 12 nights in a row. Right now, the agents have us playing 17 nights in a row at the end, which isn't physically possible. Because what did Jen say?
Because you need
guys
sleep?
are old as hell. She said you're old as hell, or something along those lines. And,
Sleep is a thing that you actually require.
Yeah, it's and it's like we go out there and we work hard, so it's not like we sit in a chair and
Right.
just play some loungy type stuff. It's like we're out there, on our feet. We're working.
We do a loud rock and roll show every
Yes,
night. So
they
it's,
do. High energy, very high energy.
as high energy as old guys can do. It's
But the exciting thing about it, really, for us is, when you have audiences that, we have the places we played over the years that people know us, they all know our music and have our records and everything. And the places where we're popular, certain states or areas, those are always exciting to go back to. We got a lot of those. But then it's also exciting to play new places that you haven't played before, and we probably have more of those on this tour than we have before, when you say, JD?
there's a lot of new areas.
Yeah,
Lots of new
so
gifts.
we're going to some new places, and like, for instance, Cheyenne, Wyoming. We just did an interview today
Weird.
for a guy with said Cheyenne, and he was great. And we're looking forward to it because we've never played Cheyenne, never played Wyoming.
Yeah.
And we have 4 shows in Montana, and we've only played in Montana one time before. So, that's always exciting to see what a place is all about,
Right.
and so we look forward to all that. And plus, the band is, honestly, I'm not trying to brag on this band, but this particular unit, of course, JD and I started the band, been together the whole time, but, Kirk and Raymond have been in the band for a long time, and we have a new live drummer, Nick, and I think it's the best live band we've ever had.
I love it.
I really do. Out of all the different incarnations of this band, I think that we have exactly what we've always hoped for right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys both very much for taking time to talk to me. I'm excited
Of course.
for the show tonight.
Cool.
Absolutely.
There we go. Oh, JD, before you go, social media, people got to find you.
Oh.
Okay.
Plug it.
All right. Our website is www.theboxmasters.com. Our Instagram is _Boxmasters_official.